Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. We are here watching the markets here. The special report here is the prices continue to show some decline here. So we're going to watch this move here a little bit tonight and answer some comments. So this is what we're here for. Let me get over here to find something else. Hold on one second here. Going to make a couple of other little quick adjustments here, pardon me. Okay, let's see. Moving forward here, there we go. All right. And let's get things into motion here. There we go. Now we're back in business. There's our numbers right now. You can see silver falling, not by a whole lot right now. It did start out, the markets opened up with silver's price recovering some of its losses, but now we're seeing it move sharply in the other direction from where it was before. So down a little bit tonight, here down 33 cents, and gold is also falling a little bit more. The reason why one of the reasons why I'm doing this live stream is because this could set us up for a Friday, as I've mentioned in my market report here, for that Friday smackdown. Could be big. I don't know. We'll see. The sentiment is really changing here fairly dramatically. So we'll get into some comments and wait for more folks to come in because this is a surprise impromptu live stream here. Let's see what some people are saying in the video that I posted here earlier. This is from Dig Sale. Says here, the breakdown has actually made the volatility feel a bit less chaotic. It's easy to forget how much the dollar and yields can pressure silver, even with all the geopolitical stuff going on. That's true. Personally, moments like this make me think more about strategy than price chasing, like how some people use Thor Metals Group for portfolio reviews and adjustments instead of reacting emotionally to dips. Definitely feels like a cooling phase rather than anything dramatic. Yes, very well could be. Well, we'll see. But it has been dramatic on the way down, for sure. That's been one thing we've been seeing. Joey Lives is here. Bill Button. Sean Quigley is here. Good to see Mr. Kojak and Red Alert. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here with us. We got Richard Metcalf. It looked like it said TXPD. I think that's right. A lot of people said that. I couldn't quite see it, and the letters were thick, and I was looking for a number on there rather than letters, but I think that's right. So that's right. Very good. I don't see anything that would merit a copyright violation either. It seems crazy to think about that. I don't know. But anyways, thank you, Richard Metcalf. Deborah Bernal. The part about premiums and supply constraints really stood out. People always assume spot price is what you actually pay, but the real market seems way more nuanced. Also makes sense that sticking to simple, recognizable sounds matters. I've heard the metals group. Oh, shoot, it sounds like this is that's scam. These are spam comments. Wow, boy, I tell you what, it's crazy. I was wondering, I've never seen these people before. Okay, all right, so let me see here. Report. That is spam. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that and get rid of the other one too. All right, they're getting pretty clever. I was wondering why they mentioned that other thing. Yeah, don't do any business with Thor Metals Group. That's one thing for sure. All right. Let's see here. And let's see here. That one also talks about anyways, all right, well we'll go up there. Let's see here. This is another one. Oh, let's see here. Yep, another scam. Okay, all right. All right, we've got, you can try this at home. Once you have over 3,000 ounces and your cost per ounce is about $22.50, you kind of stopped giving a crap what people say the price is being crushed and what that means when it went from 80 to 75 or something. That's true, although you got to also account for inflation, but that's actually a very good point. Especially if you've been buying over all those years, it becomes less and less problematic, for sure. Exactly. All right. And another one here. Yeah, let me just do something here. I'm gonna try stuff. Bear with me for 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try to nip this in the bud. as they're becoming more clever. And I've got to set something up here. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's do this and pour this in. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm making sure they never ever get here again. These scammers. They're just getting more clever, but we're getting rid of them. Okay, let's see here. And let's look at the markets, shall we? Okay, they're not down quite as much. It was down. In fact, this is still showing the low from the previous trading day right here. It's showing the low from the previous trading day, so that's not what we're seeing right now. But it's down 28 cents though right now. It was down over 30 cents earlier. Still down a little bit on the day here as we're watching these markets move. All the metals in the red, and that's a sign that we may be starting to see a trend here for Friday. It's already Friday in the east, so we'll see here. See how that plays out. Okay, let's see. Okay, Shanker, I think I recognize him, says this. Institutions like COMEX and LBMA are veterans in the market. They'll not allow small investors to make easy money if their physical stocks are depleting. We'll need to sit tight and watch the show, keeping in mind that miners won't agree for these prices. Mining costs would increase with increase in energy costs, despite food prices have surged. Soon it will show up in precious metals like gold and silver. Yeah, I think there's some fundamentals there that are going to keep them up. I mean, fuel costs certainly will have an impact, but I think it's going to take a while for that to really take effect. Like more than 6 months is my guess, maybe even longer than that, but we'll see. Showing progress here. It says this. This is leverage longs unwinding. It's a speculator's ending. The bottom is perhaps over a year away, and I'd say lower than $50. The 52-week low is $28.90. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, taking a look at a perspective, going back a whole year. There you go. Okay, John Ferris. With inflation and oil prices exploding, there is no way silver declines very long. So there's an opposite take there. And yeah, sooner or later it's going to catch up because they should, right? They should catch up. But right now, those two things are what's keeping it down. El Porcano says here, what the hang is happening to gold right now? Silver smashed gold on sale. It ain't boding very well at all. Yes, indeed, it's gotten hit pretty hard here, especially in overnight trading that we saw there. You are right. And let's see here. And very good. Let's see. Shimalanga can't hear me. Hold on a second. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me see here. Check. Let me check my volume here. I thought it was... Let's see. What it's doing here. Yeah, volume's fine on my end. I don't think anybody else has got any problem hearing me, so I don't know what's going on with your Shamalanga, but check your computer, check your settings, check your speaker volume, that type of thing. All right, let's see here. Okay. What do we have here? We've got Big CMG says governments and headers of the world are systematically destroying the citizens of the world. Self-reliance, market manipulation and corruption, nothing more, nothing less. Well, I think there's two separate matters there. We should be more self-reliant. In fact, that's one of the reasons to stack silver and gold, because they really are independent of all the systems. And that's really what it's about. It's about holding your wealth outside the system, wealth that many states are recognizing as money. In fact, I did a video just this morning about another state that is making a big move in that direction. Hardly got any views. One of my worst performing videos of the month. I hope you will check out. But anyways, let's see here. And let's see here. Southern Cars says this. All of this makes absolutely no sense. Metals and oil always go hand in hand. Not always. There's been plenty of times where they don't. I've talked about that in a video. But anyways, you cannot make the case that markets are setting prices, metals are being manipulated, and you got to admit this war oil crunch. Look at history. Anytime war is on and oil crunch hits, metals soar. You keep sounding like a gatekeeper for those doing the manipulation. There are nefarious manipulation going on. Well, the thing is, Southern cars. All you got to do is look at history. That's all you have to do is look at history, and it's you can't just blame it on manipulation. In fact, the other thing I will say about it is that there are times when people are looking at an opportunity when things are going up. Oil is going up. The market thinks it's going to go up even more, so they're probably putting their money into oil instead of silver in the market. But anyways, very good. All right, and let's see here. We've got silver newt. Here it is. Hate to say this, but the silver 9-hour chart has a bearish flag pattern that could take prices down to the mid-30s. Okay, interesting take. A lot of people are making those bearish predictions now, and I'm not willing to go that low. But right now, silver is falling, but it is now down just 26 cents. It was down over 30 some odd cents when I started this broadcast, and here now it's down 26 cents. Platinum is actually attempting to recover a little bit here. But there it is. By the way, I do stand ready to do push-ups if duty were to call in that direction. Yes, indeed I am. We're ready for it. Gold is down $6 or $4,644. Platinum is down $1 or up $1, and palladium is down $7 right now. So we'll revisit those here. Tucson Bubba with a 5 spot. Now he likes the slurp. I actually don't have. This is very impromptu. I don't have any coffee, so I'm gonna have to give him 5 push-ups for that. So thank you, Tucson Bubba. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Tucson Bubba. Here we go. 5 push-ups for Tucson. All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, that felt good to do those. Thank you, Tucson. Appreciate that, my friend. The first super chat of the night. Oh yeah, very, very good. And let's see here where we're at with this. We'll go to this comment. Vincent says this: I just purchased pre-33 gold certified coins. These are the only gold coins I purchased. I will no longer purchase silver. My stack is well stacked, and I hope to see the prices go higher in the upcoming year. Our government has destroyed the world economy, and now we must wait and see the fallout of this war. Yes, I understand. I've been buying more pre-33 gold too. I like it. I like it a lot, and it's good stuff. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And let's see here what else we have going on here with this comment. We got the solution to that. Says this: I bought very little around the $100 area, hoping for a pullback. So you better be careful what you wish for. And with the Fed printing on overdrive due to the war, which is not getting better, the debt spiral is on a much faster pace than it was even a month ago. Though when the baby gets thrown out with the bathwater, the assets will always be king. That's true. We're still printing money. We're still increasing deficit spending. It's madness. And that is the one thing about the big, beautiful bill. It makes things worse before it gets better. Well, it may be too worse, too fast, to where it's unrecoverable. That's the one problem with it. But anyways, I digress. Fenner, 1986, chimes in with this and says the following: let's hope it becomes worthless so nobody here in the comments will benefit ever again, like we spend so much money and time into this, and some late thinkers want to jump in on the boat constantly as if we don't have enough issues with these crime criminals. If there is so many opportunities for buying the so-called dip, it means silver is crushed for a long time. Well, I don't necessarily know about that, but we got to look for opportunities when we see it. No one knows where the bottom is going to be. It could crash like we did today and continue to fall even tomorrow, and then you will not have gotten a better deal because it kept falling even further. That's just what you got to do. You got to understand the way the market works and what the possibilities are. Grumpy Grandpa, why are we bothering with all these reports? Almost all asset classes are dropping. It's due to liquidity crisis. Investors and people are in need of dollars at this point and selling all assets of value to cover their lack of cash and pay off their loans. True, but they're also buying oil. I think that might be part of it as well. Getting in thinking they might be able to make a little bit of money on oil. I think that might be part of it too, but we'll see. All right, let's see here. Rich Bashin says, check the price today. Make sure you are sitting down. Yes. Yep, it got hit hard today. Below $70. 65, I think, is where it closed at. Let's see where it's at now. It's still showing yesterday's low, but we are seeing a fall a little bit further now. It is now $72.65, down 29 cents for silver right now. Kind of stabilizing in this area, but continuing to fall. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this surprise live, because we watch these markets move and we see it move there in this way. It could set us up for what could be coming tomorrow. As I mentioned in this in my video that I did just moments ago, talking about the markets and what could happen. If you've not seen that video, I hope you will check it out. But yes, indeed, crazy times. All right, let's see here. What do we have going on here? We've got Shanker. COMEX may settle contracts in cash at today's price after crashing it further. Yes, it very well may. It very well may. Okay, let's see here. We got Molly Russell, silver and gold getting crushed today. The manipulation crisis. Criers will be out in full force. Yes, indeed, they will. That's off this video here about Wyoming's secret $10 million gold move. You got to check that video out. This is very important news. It didn't fly with what was going on with the markets early this morning, but it's still very important for what's going on here in the United States. Very important news. If you've not seen this video, I hope you will check it out. Now, Sound Money Guy says Wyoming has ranked #1 for years in the Sound Money Index, ranking of states based off their criteria. Wyoming also has its own Goldback series. Idaho is the only state that is really close, and they just came out with their own Goldback series too. I wish I could move to Wyoming, but I'm stuck. Yeah, pretty cold up in Wyoming though. That's the only thing. But yes, it is a very good state, friendly state for sound money principles, and also for low taxes and the free markets. Dennis Niemeyer, every morning he watches. Thank you so much. The sun is out. The metals prices are going down. Back up the truck. Buy the dips from Summit Metals. That's right. Check out Summit Metals. They are the channel sponsor. And if there is a dip, then that is a good time to think about buying. But of course, as I mentioned in tonight's video, the video I did before coming on live here, you should weigh that decision as to whether it's a good time to buy or not. But either way, and by the way, now it's down even more, down 37 cents tonight, down a half percentage point, continuing to fall here. So check out Summit Metals, whether or not you are in the market to buy or not. Check out their services and their website for a lot of different things going on there. Good stuff over there, so check them out. I wish they'd get these back in stock. I need to get some more of these, but I can't because they're out of stock. I need to fill that thing up. It'll be a good time to do it with the market dip we're seeing now. All right, Michael says here, Michael K. We appreciate Michael K. He's awesome. He says here, buying opportunity is beginning to present itself. Big dips this week. Think I'll see how down these prices go. Don't want to catch the falling knife. That's right, exactly. That's the problem. Falling knife. We don't want to do that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at. Oh man, my video said Sunday night. It says Thursday night on my where I'm at here. It says Thursday night. Oh, the thumbnail. That's right, the thumbnail. That's right. The thumbnail says Sunday. Sorry about that. You heard Thursday night. Just to pay attention to the special report. But yes, indeed, yeah, the thumbnail is wrong. I didn't make a. Didn't know it. I need to make a generic one that just has Market Watch on it. But thank you. Good to see you, Heather. Welcome. Good to see you. Sound Money Guy says, unfortunately, right now it looks like gold and silver are what's being debased. Another huge crash. It's happening now for sure. No one's commenting on the content of this video. They're all talking about what the market did. That's a problem. When you have a full-time job and you release a video, the next day it can be complete. This is one of the reasons why this video failed, because it wasn't still a very important topic, but it got overshadowed by the news. The world is seeing the power of the U.S. military, and that can only help the dollar when your nation's military can take out the rest of the world combined with one has to realize the dollar is going to be king for a long time to come. You already knew of this, but nothing is a better reminder than seeing it in action. That's true. Good point, Nest Maniac. Very, very good point. All right. What a wild time for sure. Very good. Thank you, ZTK. Appreciate you. All right. Very cool. Let's press on forward to another comment or two, and then we'll look at the markets again here. Again, from my video from this morning, if you guys get a chance, check out this video. And if one of my moderators can post, I don't know if we have any moderators here, but if one of them can post a link to this video, you don't want to miss this video that I posted this morning about what Wyoming is doing. Pretty big news. Maria, every state should have their own coin. The World Economic Forum said you own nothing and be happy. Watch out for civil war, famine, disease, etc. They want your children gone with the wind. So that's why it's good to have hard assets. That's exactly right. Very true. All right. Let's see here. Let us press on here. See, we've got Lisa Anderson is here with us. Welcome, welcome. Ben Stacken says silver back to $20 and $2,000 gold. There's another one. Making the predictions are starting to come out. Everybody's now very bearish now on silver. The manipulation is real, folks. Keep on printing that priceless fiat. There you go. That's right. All right. Very good. And I'm not that bearish. I'm still thinking $50 might be the low. It could fall below that. But anyways, very good. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's press on forward here and see what we've got with the next comment. From Jonathan Camel. For the past 3 months, the #1 export from the United States has literally been gold. It's getting arbitrage over to Asia. Same thing with silver. That's news to me. I don't know how much. That's big news to me. I did not know that. I question that. That seems crazy to think about it. That we're sending that much over there. I don't know if we have that much to send over unless we're depleting our stockpiles, which I don't think we are, if you even believe we have the stockpiles. And let's see here. Dirk Spriegler says here, $10 million for an extra state is nothing, even if it's the least populated. $100 billion would be a nice start. Well, $10 million is a pretty big freaking deal. It sure is. It is for gold, because considering that only them in Texas have reserves, so that is a big deal. Oh, thank you. Cybercurrent Twitcher is here. Thank you so much, my friend. Check out CCT's channel, and he has posted a link to the Wyoming video. Very important news in that video if you get a chance to check it out. Thank you, CCT. Really appreciate that. So he says, why not put their own value on gold, make it legal money across the entire state, go in partnership with the Gold Back to print it, and with Scottsdale Mint to produce coins. Restrictions would have to apply, such as it would have to have a stable value, and the value of gold backs and state authorized coins in circulation can never exceed the amount held by the state. Another could be the only native born residents of Wyoming can buy, sell, trade, or stay in spots in gold currency. Removing or attempting to remove Wyoming gold from the state would be illegal. Well, yeah, but it's going to take baby steps. I mean, those are radical moves very, very quickly, and I don't think that Wyoming can fix the value of gold. That would not work for a myriad of different reasons that I could go into, but we don't have time. But essentially, common sense will tell you why that would not work. Tony Bones, gold and silver dropping fast as we speak. Buy or hold. It sure is going down pretty fast. In fact, that's why we're here right now. Even though the thumbnail says Sunday, we are on a Thursday night special report market watch as the prices are falling for silver, but they've stabilized a bit here. It's right around the 30 to 35, 36, 37 cent range. But there it is continuing to drop in overnight trading over in the Asian markets. Gold is also down slightly. Platinum is now flatlined again, and palladium is down $4. But they were all down earlier. But we're seeing it here, witnessing the movement in the markets here. And so that's what we're $72.61 for silver right now. So we're seeing it. And will it continue? Is this the precursor to the big Friday smackdown? Well, with the prices falling tonight, this is one of the reasons why I came on live, so we can watch it and see what happens. This is giving some indication that it may trend downwards, perhaps tomorrow, as we continue to digest what the Federal Reserve has done and what Jerome Powell has said about the economy and everything else. And by the way, Jerome Powell didn't talk about the M2 money supply. He didn't talk about printing more money, which has been going on. It's insane that they're doing it, but they are doing it. It's crazy. Now silver down 29 cents, $72.65 right now. So those are the figures that we're witnessing at this point in time. Let's see here. We got this nice. I spy a John Wick gold coin. That's right. Yes, indeed. That's what that is. John Wick. We got B. Williams, who I appreciate being here on this video. If you get a chance to check it out, CCT's been very kind to post a link to it. And JM Unleashed is here. I referenced him in my video today, actually. My market report for today. B. Williams says, great info, Sal. If Wyoming is doing this on their own, will all states have to follow suit, or does this tie into the Basel III? No, it does not tie into Basel III. And no other states are obligated to do it, although they may follow suit because it's a good idea, especially to protect against what the dollar, what's going on with the dollar, inflation, and the like. I know it requires banks to show tangible deposits to back their holdings, and as they planning to stop it. Thank you and have a great day. Yes, indeed. I don't think it's really tied into that, because I don't know if there's a state bank there or not. But if they had a state bank, well, then that would be the one impetus for that. All right. And Tucson Bubba, and again, thanks to Tucson Bubba for the super chat, the first one tonight. Appreciate that very much. He is here with a bourbon pump to sanitize the entire chat here tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. We got Harry Carpenter. Time to bail. My advice, didn't get scammed. The manipulating banks, COMEX, federal government will only rip you off. Beware. All right. Well, that's why the gold and silver, when you hold it, and you hold it for the long duration, you'll never get ripped off. That's for sure. Hobo Bill. I'm all about some money and getting back to the gold, but the unfortunate reality is the dollar will never go away because you still have to pay for many things using fiat dollars. That's true, but I wouldn't say never. I mean, I think probably what's going to happen is it's going to get reset. They may come up with another system. They may try another system that's fiat or backed by some sort of crypto, and maybe even a nod to the gold standard, but not tied. It's just more lip service to it. But sooner or later, the all fiat currencies do die, usually. But you're right, the dollar's not going away anytime soon. And if it ever gets in danger, they will certainly do whatever they can to salvage it and reset it. Richtology on this video here about the which crushing silver prices. It's not even exciting when spot pulls back considerably because you realize just how little premiums get reduced. It's a way for bullion dealers to reduce risk. Regardless, I made a small purchase at my LCS yesterday for it to keep dipping. The best deals seem to be within social media groups these days. Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, thank you, Angry Buffalo Stacker. The second super chat tonight. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And $1.99 from Angry Buffalo Stacker. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I will roll that over, and if any more come for some push-ups. And, oh, man, I'm sorry. Maccabees, I'm saying a prayer for your wife's mother. I pray that she has a full recovery and does better. Yes, indeed. Sorry that you have to spend your time at the hospital, but I'm praying for your wife's mom there. Yes, indeed. David Davey says, what a difference a month makes, only a few dollars away from a 50% drop from the all-time highs. Who would have thought, though? Yes, that is crazy. I'm thinking about it for sure. And Chad M is coming to us from Hawaii, from Wyoming on this video. Thank you. All right, nice. Somebody from Wyoming here. Let's see here. Let's see here. And let's get back over to this here. And Just Sam says, Wyoming buys gold, California buys Narcan. That's right, exactly. Cogent point. Yes, indeed. Very good. And we've got this from Shamalanga, says, $69 silver, looking for 50. Come on, 50. We might get to 50. We very well could. Ziggy says, a nice, healthy haircut. Perhaps we will see $50 an ounce soon. Perhaps so. We'll find out. We shall find out. And this video from Holly McGinnow, you had me until you started talking about guns and bullets. Y'all Americans are obsessed with the guns. Yes, well, you know what? It's our Second Amendment. In fact, I just got one on order, a gun on order. And who knows, I might even show it. Yes, indeed. It's pretty cool. It's a gun that I've been wanting for ages. Finally going to get it. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Hello, West Texas Stacker. Good to see you. Razor Ready is here as well. And let's see. We got Paula Sasso says, yes, but $10 million isn't much. Sal has this much in his couch cushions. Yeah, well, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot for the, to start to put it all into gold and to set up an account. It's just a start. Likely they'll put more in there. We'll see. I think that's a good amount. Mr. Damon, they would be better off buying some Bitcoin. No, they wouldn't. They would not be better off buying Bitcoin, that's for sure. Chief Left Kennedy, and it makes complete sense that the dollar loses purchasing power, that gold gets slammed. Well, that's the way the markets work from day to day, from week to week. But anyways, all right. Lulu Lucky is here. She's number 79, thumbs up. All right, that's the atomic number for gold. Way to go. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Very good. Let's move on up here and see what we've got as we press on and see what the next comment has for us here. And then we'll look at the markets again. David Montecristo about the report here about the silver prices down, but the news is good from a couple days ago. In essence, you are investing in an unpredictable yet potent force working mainly for price suppression. The suppression makes money for those who are serving the illegit efforts of the government to put a false face on currency value. Criminal activity right in your face with dire consequences for a future when silver really becomes a problem which is impossible to circumvent. Well, David, how do you describe the run up to $121 an ounce then? And all the other times we've had big moves in a particular point in time. But anyways, I digress. All right, let's take a look at the markets right now. Silver back down now, down 36 cents an ounce here tonight for silver to $72.58. Gold down $5 to $4,645.70. And platinum is back down again, down $2 to $1,980. Palladium is down $4. Doing this live stream because this could set us up as a precursor to a potential big move tomorrow in the down direction. It could send up signals for it. The Friday night, the smackdown, as it were. But anything can happen that could throw that off, by the way, just putting that out there. But it is remarkable to see this move, and we're flirting again. The low that you see there on your screen is from the prior trading day. It is not updated yet. That's strange that it hasn't. But that's the low that I got yesterday, or actually earlier today, Eastern time. It got down to $65.45, just about $1, maybe a little less than $1 from the low that we saw after the second smackdown or flash crash that we saw with silver after January 30th. All right. Let's get back over here to more comments, shall we? Let's see what we've got here with this comment from Sanan 4718 on this video. It's not just silver. Gold has also pulled back. Yes, it has, but just not as much. I even heard a guest on Bloomberg today say gold is a speculative asset now. One key driver is rising yields. Higher oil prices can feed inflation expectations, which pushes interest rates up. That makes treasuries more attractive relative to non-yielding assets like gold and silver. And a stronger dollar also furthers pressure on metals. Treasuries are considered the safe haven right now. I believe this will be the case as long as we are at war. Don't forget, friends, the silver market is minuscule compared to gold and treasuries. You're right. The craze we saw in January was due to manic buying, but small retail traders, not investors. I wouldn't get a second mortgage to buy silver now, but a 10 to 20 ounces here and there are still a good buy. Well, that's actually pretty good analysis there, I think. I think you're right. At least in the short term, treasuries are the safe haven asset. But in the long run, actually, gold and silver are, and actually, with the prices low like they are right now, or lower and falling, this is a good time to buy, in my view. All right. Let's see here. What do we have here with SVCA 12218? I still remember in 2020 when silver spot price dipped to $11 per ounce. Me too. And we couldn't find anything lower than $15 per ounce to buy from sellers. What a ride it's been. In fact, you were hard pressed to find silver under $20 an ounce then, honestly. Bill 457, court system don't even go by amendments where gold and silver is money. That's right. That's true. And really, it seems like if they were to go to court and mention Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, they would just probably look at you with glazed eyes because they're looking for laws passed since then. They don't go back. It says TXBD, Texas Bullion Depository in front of a cannon. Thank you. Indeed. All right. Thank you. I was thinking numbers. I was trying to interpret numbers there. Sal, kiss your buddy Trump some more. All right. Well, at least I don't have TSS. I also don't have TDS, which you have, Jamie Hamahas. Of course, you know. Let's see here. All right, Super E-Rock. Hold on to your fiat with a diamond fist. We haven't reached the bottom yet. Quite a ways to go for the bargain basement. All right. So he thinks we got more to go to the downside. All right. And let's see here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bozo, you're exactly right. It was an amendment. Article 1, Section 3. A good point. I didn't even. I should have corrected him on that. It was not an amendment. There's no amendment about gold and silver. It's right there in Article 1, Section 3 of the Constitution. Article 1, Section 10, rather. Barbara Damasio, way down now. Yep, way down Sally. And let's see here. Big A says, it's my birthday today. Well, happy birthday to you. All right. Went to lunch with my mom. All right. Everybody's talking about everything else but what the content of this video is. I think that's one reason. It's just poor timing for me to release it because big news happened. You just never know when news is going to strike. And I was at work and I couldn't do anything about it. So the people that are watching the video are not commenting on the contents of the video. They're commenting on other things like their birthday and going to lunch with their mom. But anyways, happy birthday. Richard Metcalf, go Wyoming. There you go. There's a video. There's a comment about the video. Thank you, Boos. Appreciate that. There's not a lot of comments to respond to because it got few views. But check out the video. Cybercurrent Twitcher has been very kind to post a link to it up above if you get a chance after this is over. Let's do one more here quickly and before we get back to the markets to see what's going on there. Yeah, the U.S. should have done more to secure the strait better by sinking the Iranian army or destroying the Iranian Air Force. Anyways, at the dozen hours, frontline amphibious carriers will enter the zone and clean up the rats still fighting for dead men. It's a matter of time, but how sad and pathetic people are so clueless that think this could have been done faster. Yeah, it's well, I'm trying to think what this guy says. Dozen hours frontline amphibious carriers will enter the zone and clean up the rats still fighting for dead men. Yes, but that's good. I hope they get there. We need the amphibious carriers. We need a lot there to show a force that will prevent them from launching. And I understand it's not easy to secure the strait, and maybe they did encounter or do have some measure, but they should. I think they probably did underestimate that still. But you're right. It's not an easy task, and you can only prepare for so much. Hatch says, so thanks to Iran, I need a truckload and a solar truck. There you go. All right, let's take a look at the markets now again. Okay, it's getting hit harder right now. Silver down almost 50 cents right now. 49 cents down 0.68%. $72.44. Wow, pretty big drop here. I mean, not massive, but big enough that this could set us up. We'll see. But it is down. By the way, I do stand ready to do more push-ups. In fact, honestly, the second round here that we got was for $1.99. I needed to do two, so I may do those two here in a moment. But 49-cent drop. Gold down $8.10 right now. Platinum down 1. Palladium down 6 tonight. So there's where the numbers stand right now. We got Hulkaloogie with some guitars. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Appreciate that. And Willie Spencer watching this one here. This is the video that I just posted about the flash crash. Let's see what happens tomorrow here. We'll see. We got here from Paul. What a dip to buy. Stack it up, my friends. It is a good time to buy, indeed, especially now. And there, for those about to stack, we salute you. That's right, JM Unleashed. That's right. Indeed, we do. Very good. And we've got this. We've got Shamalanga. This is part of me that's very solid. Oil markets are fragmenting. $50. Here we come. All right. We shall see. Will it be a sign? We'll find out what happens tonight through the weekend. We sure will. All right. All right. Carrie Tarn with some algorithmic and emoticons. Yes, it was Angry Buffalo Stacker. There with the with that $1.99 super chat. So I'm going to give him 2 push-ups now because they've been pretty light, so we need to get those out of the way. I do a push-up for every dollar donated on the live stream here, super chat. So let's do 2 real quickly here. 1 and 2. There we go. No scam calls tonight. Or else we'd take them. Yes, indeed. We'd do it. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. What do we have happening here? We got Crazy Loon. Do you know how many contracts were sold? They sold more silver than we can take off the ground for a whole year on silver that doesn't even exist, which drives the price down. Yeah, just it, but that's paper. That's the paper markets. And there's always been, we've got a 350 to 400 to 1 paper to a silver ratio. So it doesn't surprise me. But hey, it looks like Crazy Loon bought at the bottom at 65. Way to go. Because it's above that now. It's still falling. It's now down 55 cents. So it's continuing to fall here. The trading. And look at that. All right, there you go. Bluetooth Blade with a 2 spot. He'll take 2 push-ups as well. And James Unleashed has been very kind. He posted the PayPal link. If you do send it via PayPal, friends and family, make sure to put your channel name or your account name so I can thank you properly, and I will double it there. So let's do 2 for Bluetooth Blades. Thank you, Bluetooth. Let's do it. Let's make it happen right now. So we can, there we go. We got 1,000, and 1,000. There we go. He'll take 2, and we gave him 2. Thank you, Bluetooth. You are the man. Appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you indeed. So there's where the markets sit right now. Gold down $10.70, double digits where it is. Platinum down $8. Palladium down $5 tonight. All right. Maria, the devil is in the details. Indeed, the devil is. JP Morgan up to the same scam. When something is in demand, they do not crash. It goes up based on demand. Hold on to what you got. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. All right. Well, sleep well, Maria. Appreciate. And she's still here. She's still up. She's with us right now tonight. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that very much. All right. All right. And D. Peters, $100 silver tomorrow. Anything is possible in this market. It would almost, yeah, it would be quite a big deal if it were to go up. You never know. I mean, I don't think we're going to see that. But in fact, with the way that the interest rates are panned out, as I showed in this video, I kind of doubt we're going to see $100 silver again this year. I don't rule it out, but I kind of doubt it's going to happen. Ducat says, I believe as long as oil prices continue to surge, silver will get hit because it's linked to the dollar. But with that said, I am in buying mode. There you go. Take advantage if you can, based off of your own understanding of the markets when the prices dip. Yes, indeed. All right. And we get Sticky Flower. Silver does what silver do. I bought at 70. Best I could do. Nice. All right. There you go. He still did well. Still below what it is right now. It's at 72.41, down 53 cents at this moment in time. So we're watching it move here. Gold down $9.80 right now to 46.40. In fact, silver is now down 57 cents. I think this is a low for the evening. The low that you see on your screen is the yesterday's low or yesterday's trading low in the U.S. markets. So there it is. All right. Very good. Okay. Let's move up here and see what we've got with this comment. Fridays lately have been smack ups rather than down. That's true. So it may not happen. We'll see. But that's why we're doing this live stream tonight, because we're seeing indications quite possibly could. So CCT, which stands for Cyber Curtain Twitcher, as you can see on your screen right here, who has a great channel. He's waiting with bated breath. It'll be interesting to see where premiums go. Both silver and gold drop even more. It sure will, especially if they drop fast. It'll be wild. Thank you, Bluetooth Blades, for popping in tonight. Appreciate you. Check out his channel. Appreciate you, Bluetooth. Have a wonderful evening, sir. All right, let's see here. Let's see. We have got this here. Beyond Tilted. Should have sold my silver up above $100 and bought it all back today. Well, hindsight's 2020. One never knows what's going to happen. That would have been a big gamble. It would have paid off only in hindsight. That's the only way it would have paid off. Mayo Monkey 68 here. It says this. This is about tightening credit and instability. With stocks tanking, traders need cash for margin calls. The chart looks a lot like 2011. Yes, true. And I'm actually going to be doing a video talking about 2011, what happened after, and how this is actually different. But yes, true that. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's move on to the next comment here. See what we've got. James Unleashed. Central banks are cornered. We are already in an economic stagflation, whether they admit it or not, and whether the cookbooks numbers indicate it or not, in my opinion. Yes. And I think if anything, it may be somewhat mild stagflation. But whenever employment numbers are down and inflation is up, that is a form of stagflation. I agree. Bill Button talking about cheap silver. Buy the dip stackers. There you go. That's right. Dustin Syed says here, let's do this. Pop this in and see what he's got to say here. Start of Monday, an index was 100.44. Silver was 81. Now the dollar has dropped off on Thursday, Indian time, and 99.20, and silver's fallen to 73.50. So the drop in index should have resulted in a $10 rise, but it's falling. Utter scam manipulation going on. Well, you can't always, it's not always lockstep with the dollar index. As I reported, again, you're going to see those things because it's complex. There's different things drive it from time to time. It's all based off of the market sentiment at the time, which is psychology, which is emotion. You can't make sense of emotion. So that's the thing you have to understand. When you make sense that they can't make sense of it, then it all makes sense. Say that. Somebody quote me on that sometime. You know what I mean? That's just something I pulled out of my butt, but it is the case. Very true in the markets. I'm gonna have to rewind and listen to that and post that on my X, because that really does sum up the markets, right? Let me think if I can re-say that from memory. When you can make sense with the understanding that the markets don't make sense with the moves, then it really will start to make sense. No, I said it right. I said it better the first time, but I forgot how I said it. But anyways, Joe Wells, silver still needs to drop $43 per troy ounce in order to normalize at $30 per troy ounce. Well, I don't think that's going to be the normal. I really don't think I think $50 is going to be the bottom end of the normal, I think, even now, even though people are calling for $20 right now. But anyways, and yes, and James Unleashed has got some sage advice for swollen and green, and that is always keep lots of dry powder. And when you do that, make sure that there's little moisture around for the dry powder. Very good. All right. Tucson Bubba, he sold $1,000 face for $106 an ounce and bought the same bag at $72 an ounce and pocketed about $25K. Wow. So he took advantage. Look at that. On the way up or on the way down, he did this. and pocketed $25,000. Never sell silver, but 4x in a year. How could I pass it up? Well, and that's just it. And that's one thing I always say. It's good to have a core stack in your possession, right? But there's two exceptions for that. If you want to risk the market a little bit and play the market a little bit, you can do what Tucson Bubba did, and you can profit big time, especially since Tucson Bubba really is the king of dollar cost averaging. So he's done very, very well with that. Or if you need to sell at a particular point in time, or when to take profit. So yes, and that's the kind of stuff I'm not against. And he did very well with that. Congratulations on that, Tucson Bubba. That is awesome. All right, good to see Shadow's son is here. Welcome. Let's do this here. Aina Nora, then shall I sell the one I bought 2 weeks ago? I would just hold on to. I would never sell something you bought 2 weeks ago. I would just hang on to it. Mr. Kojak, thanks so much. Waiting to see what silver will do when India dumps the COMEX and LBMA pricing in April. Well, let me give you 5 push-ups and I will answer that question. And you may not like the answer, by the way, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Here we go. Let's do 5 push-ups from Mr. Kojak. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Mr. Kojak. So, India dumps the COMEX and LBMA pricing. So really, the thing is that they are. It's only in for their mutual funds. I think is what that's about. It's for mutual funds accounts that will be pricing localized silver pricing there. But overall, the rest of the market will not be abandoning the COMEX and the LBMA. It's just those funds that are tied in to in-country mutual funds that will be using localized pricing. And so I don't know that it's going to have that much of an effect, but I think that it may have some impact. But I don't think it's going to have as dramatic as an impact as some people think. I actually did a video about that because it is pretty big news. It is pretty fascinating, but I don't think it's going to have a massive impact. But it just goes to show you how divided the East is, the West is becoming. And I think that is just going to exacerbate it to a degree. But thank you. Yes, it'll be interesting. I think it could have some impact, and we'll find out in due course and see. Arbitrage, yes, it could see that happen, much like what we're seeing situations occur already in the East, in China, in the Shanghai market. All right, let's do a few more, then we'll look at the markets again. Here we've got Joe Patterson. I went to a farm auction to get a good deal on some coins and bars of silver. Silver bought $85 an ounce, and Morgan dollars not in good shape. Went wild on price. Interesting. Man, yeah, that is pretty wild. Joe Patterson. Yeah, some of those auctions, people just, as they start bidding, and it's like, well, I gotta have it. If I pay a little bit more, I'll pay $1 more. I'll pay $1 more, and they end up getting it for well above spot. Of course, when you look at the fees, the auction fees, and the person who's selling it probably is not getting as much as they probably should. All right, silver moderating a little bit in its losses here. It's now down 47 cents. Still down a pretty good clip, down 0.64% to $72.47. Gold down $8.40, $4,642.30. Platinum down 6, palladium down 5. So what a market we're looking at here today for sure. All right, let's see here. All right, and what do we have here? Tony Roma says, when on eBay Live looking for deals, nope, people still paying 30 over spot. Doesn't even matter what the price of silver is. Crazy. Yeah. Well, that's the opposite of what I've heard what's going on eBay, but yeah, that's crazy. All right. And we got Richard Metcalf chiming in again on this video, and I appreciate Richard's viewership and kindness here. He says the following: as long as the debt clock keeps ticking this fast, I'll keep on stacking. These pullbacks are a buying opportunity and a gift. Indeed they are. You're right about that. After Passover, silver will raise, and it's time to buy silver and gold. All right. Thank you, thank you. Winston Allen says the following. As I predicted, silver hit $71. This guy could have helped you 2 weeks ago if he had knowledge of charting. I've been hammering this call the entire time. Needs to close above $71 tomorrow to stem the tide. Well, Winston Allen, I can't keep track of everybody that's commented on my videos about what they think the silver is going to do. But remember, what is a charting? What is technical analysis? It's pattern analysis. And yes, it can play a role, but the natural market is like a punch in the face, and which throws all that out the window. All right. And let's see here. Okay, we've got this from Molly Russell's Warp. The crybabies will be all over the comments with the manipulation mantra. Yep. There's a lot of that going around. Sure is. Let's see here. And we've got this here. We've got Bozo. The dollar is safe haven right now. Liquidity is all that matters. When so much uncertainty is present, metals will continue to sell off. They very well could. So far tonight they are. Although silver is pulling back some of its losses tonight, it is now down just 22 cents after being down more than double that just a couple minutes ago, really. 72.72 for silver right now. And gold is down $3.30 tonight. Platinum down 2, palladium down 4. All right. Let's get over here to Christopher Ward about what's going on with the markets here in my video that I did this afternoon, late this afternoon. It's a liquidity grab from the metals to cover margins and losses in the paper stocks, not a deliberate crash of silver. Yes, silver price is affected not because of a deliberate sell-off of silver. Yes, it could get worse. The programmers just bought the markets back up. Markets getting more fake and predictable. All right. Thank you for your thoughts on this, Christopher. Older than rock. $50 silver won't happen soon. Probably never. Oh, you may be right as well. I don't know. I could be wrong on it. We'll see. I'm sticking with my prediction, whether I'm right or wrong. But we'll see there. All right. All right. Silver Surfer on this video says the following. Your prediction of $50 silver is looming closer each day. However, it's good to know that the paper price has nothing to do with physical silver bullion. Gold and silver bullion are yet to shine brighter than ever. It will all be revealed with the reset. Yes, and how that reset will manifest itself. They want to minimize what gold and silver could do during that. But you're right. All right, very good. Thank you, guys. Let's see here. Let's press on here and see what we've got from bought 5 ounces at $68, near the low of the day. Way to go. A good move on that, for sure. We got Pizza Man. The bull run is over. Stick a fork in it. It's done. They pumped it and dumped it and are moving on. I'm not necessarily... you could be right, but I'm not willing to put the nail in that coffin yet. But it is possible. I still think there may be some... It could still have some sea legs to it. And I'm going to be talking about that in a video that will be coming up soon. Steve Newberry, I like to think it's a buyer's market, but we all know that premiums will ruin that. Yeah, I know, I hear you, but that's why you got to shop around for the best deals. Yes, indeed, you do. All right. JF Enterprises, yes, now it's a premium well above this new low. Yes, I don't know. I haven't checked around. I haven't shopped around, comparison shop yet, but you just have to look around and see if that's the case. Liberty versus Freedom says here, I'd pay $97, 83 euro for a 1 ounce silver for a 2026 Monster Box 500 Eagles. Okay. All right. Very good. That's what you pay. 97. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty expensive. Almost $100 a coin, even with the pullback now. Crazy. And let's see here. This is from Vacation Time 247. He says, expecting more downside in gold and silver, the conflict in Iran is far from over, despite what we're being told. Oil is priced in dollars, and there's a rush to buy dollars to purchase oil. Strong dollar is typically bad for metals. If the powers that be wanted stable oil prices, they would have secured the Strait of Hormuz first. So not securing the vital oil shipping route was either gross incompetence or done so intentionally. I wonder if that's the case too. I mean, there's a lot of land around it that you'd have to secure in order to make that happen. And maybe there is it could have been a whole lot worse had they not kept it in mind. I'm trying to keep that as a possibility through this. But I do think that probably it seems like more could have been done, but maybe with resources limited for the actual strikes to really kind of degrade them right away. Surprise strikes, they needed a lot of resources there, and they took that chance. Attorney Michael Uline says $50 inbound. All right, we shall see. Steve Lapointe says here, with a low of $65 and change, closing in at $72.69 is better. Since Fed decided no rate cuts is why I believe it was going down. I'm hoping $75 tomorrow, but usually when it's falling, Fridays get smacked down further. Yet physical silver in the COMEX continues to be holding less than 70 million ounces. So it's the paper silver that is causing physical to go down. That's right, because it's traded on the COMEX. The futures market is what's happening here. Very good. All right. Yep, it's par for the course. That's right. And it shouldn't surprise us, this volatility. You're right. And right now, for the first time tonight, well, actually, no. Silver opened up strong tonight, and then it started dipping, and now we're down just 16 cents. So it's trying to recover. There's some fight left in silver in the Asian markets right now, and likely right now we've got probably Shanghai open. Now it's down 25 cents. So there's some battles back and forth here. So there it is. All right, very good. Gold down $5.30. Platinum and palladium down both. Both of them are down $3. JF Enterprise, as always, I bought a little bit 3 or 4 days ago, so of course it fell. You're welcome, everybody. Yep, I know they call that Salivate's law. People are putting money back into the oil and the dollar. That's right. Yep, I think that's really what's going on here. You're right. Yeah, what's going on with the price of silver? Down today, big time. Silver bean counter, yes indeed. Older than rock, 66 says a number of red states are creating their own gold reserves. Is anybody surprised? Yeah, I know it's crazy. Well, I think just 2, but that's still pretty good. I don't know if Florida's going to do it or not, but we'll find out. Lowen's comments here, whatever that says here, says it's always a good time to add if you think weight and not dollars. And this time may be the last time in a long time to come. Have a great day. Maybe, we don't know. We'll see. Anything is possible, for sure. All right, let's see here. Let's have a little bit. I got my chaser here in a bottle. So I really can't slurp, but I can hydrate, which is good enough for me. Frank Pizzo, silver with a 2-handle inbound. Hold on even tighter, bag holders. Yeah, hold on tight. Indeed. All right, RW Wild here on this. Says with energy as high as it is, we'll pop the bubble we've been watching for 4 years now. Refined metals will go higher into the financial crisis and subsequent MMT bailouts until the U.S. gets more refining capacity built that is currently being heavily invested in by the government for national security reasons, at which point really depends on how trade goes with China in 2 to 3 years down the road. Depends on Russian energy 2 to 3 years down the road. We could easily see a glut of oil energy come online at the same time 2 years down the road. Along with the actual general AI robotics and the next thing, we'll see unprecedented deflation in the new robotic revolution, nearly enough to keep up with our debts. or worse, we don't build the machines and fall into a hyperinflationary death spiral that the movie Elysium predicts. Yeah, we'll see. I will find out. And by the way, I just noted as I'm looking at that video, thinking of war, we have two former superpowers, one of them really being Russia, which is not really a superpower. They have the economy about the size of Italy, and the United States are both at war. Both nations are at war in very different ways. Thinking about that. Big Razzo for silver to hit back to 20. I think it's a bit of a stretch, as how silver's going back to 100 was a stretch. Yes, that's right. I agree with you. M.I. Archer, it's a falling knife. Bad time to guess where silver will settle. All right. Yeah, we'll see. You could be right on that too. But it may not be a falling knife either. Lacey Downing, I thought we would see $50 an ounce today. Well, I didn't think that was going to be happening today. That would be massive if that was the case. All right, Dean Goldston says this. $20, more like $9. A tin of good tuna will cost more. It's a worthless metal, nasty, the devil's metal. But I love it. Well, Deanna, I think you've been burnt on silver. I know you still love it, but I think $9 we can pretty much kiss goodbye. I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think we're going to see $20 silver again. Of course, I don't rule out the possibility that could be wrong. I will never say never. I don't think we're going to see that. All right. And we've got this from Bluetooth Blades, who was in here earlier. And appreciate him. He sent a super chat. Very kind of him indeed. He says here, even if they beat silver down to 50 cents, I will rent some semis and load up the tires till the tires squish. Then the warehouses we go. There's nowhere but up from the bottom. That's right. True that. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Let's see here. Thank you, Big Razzo. Appreciate it. Keep stacking. That's what we like to do. That's right. Yes, sir. You were right. And Maccabee, Comex playing fake cell games. All right. Yes, indeed. We'll see what they're doing. They're changing the rules. Brian and Cazo, 50 silver inbound. All right. So we think we could see that too. Donna Kirsch, I'll wait Saturday to go out to the LCS and see what's out there. I've only been buying online the last 2 weeks, mostly numismatics. All right, not a bad idea to get us some numismatics. It's fun, interesting port to be in there for sure. All right, and we've got this from LCP Crypto. I am buying. Says this: even at 50. I am not scared of the way the world is going. $500 one day, very, very likely. So if it goes to 50, I'll stack again. Once it reaches 100, then I take a break again. What say you, Sal? What's your plan? Well, with silver, I really don't have. I'm not a power buyer like I used to be with silver. I think if the price were to dip pretty dramatically, I may consider getting a 5-ounce or 10-ounce bar here and there. Right now, I'm trading some silver in. For a 10-ounce bar, some other pieces that I've got, some somewhat numismatic pieces and what have you. But I'm not really buying a whole lot of new other than Constitutional because it's a steal right now. Sean says, buying frenzy for me, picked up an ounce of gold and working on more silver. Way to go, Sean. That's great. Congratulations. Paul Joseph says, $50 silver will be great. It needs to test that support before it goes to new highs. All right, there you go. All right. Thank you for your thoughts on that. All right, and we've got here this. Why do no shops ever want to sell that you are, as a seller, can't chance paying 25% over spot? I'm not sure I understand the question, if it's even a question. But yeah, there's some of them that have higher premiums than others. It just depends on where you're going. All right. Morris says $50 incoming. Keep buying the dip suckers. All right. Yep. Well, and that's assuming that it's going to get there. I don't know for sure. So if you know for sure it's going to get there, you would wait until it gets there to buy. But No one really truly knows, not even me. Uh, but anyways, 867 Diesel says bye, bye, bye. All right, good time to buy and a good time to drink because I can't slurp right now. And then we'll take a look at the markets here in just a moment. Ocean in view. Who said ocean in view and spelled ocean wrong? Tell me who said that. A moment from history, by the way, from around 1805, just so you understand. All right, now look at this. Silver had a turnaround. Now it's up. Silver is up 72.99, about to cross the $73 threshold, up a nickel right now. Gold is up $2.20. Oh, the calamity. I can't believe it that we're not going to get the smackdown. We may not get the smackdown. We'll see. But it went from up a fairly good clip of a recovery from the pretty big losses we saw with the flash crash and recoveries. And then it got hit again. And then now it's pulling back up again. Now it's up 3 cents. So there it is. Wow, a little bit of a turnaround here for silver tonight. And gold as well is up slightly, up 40 whole cents, 0.01% increase. So there that is. Not one AU says doom and gloom around here. I like it in the basement where silver will soon be $300, $400, $500 an ounce. I can look at stuffed animals and have smoke blown up my butt. I do think silver will probably get around the $40 an ounce mark. There were too many people saying this isn't like 1980 or 2011. Carts mean nothing when the manipulators want to lower prices. There's always paper to do with it. Yes, indeed. That's right. Paper is involved in a lot of these movements, for sure. All right. All right. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here with me tonight as we watch these markets move. Silver taking a turn to the upside right now as we watch these markets here. Let's do another comment or two, and then we'll get right back to it again. Same name says this. Let's get over here. We got to be effective here. Attention, the mint has been cleared to make Trump coins. Ooh, interesting. I did not know that. That's news. Thank you, same name. I would love to get a source on that. I have to research that. That's pretty wild. The mint has been cleared to make Trump coins. The dollar coin that I had covered, actually talked about in a previous video, that they weren't sure what was going to happen. The CCAC wouldn't touch it, but the CFA did. The Commission of Fine Arts did. Valley of Prices here. Good to see you. All right. William Marshall bought 2026 BU Eagles this morning with only a $5.99 premium. An hour later, it was $6.99. I'm not complaining. Others were getting between $10 to $17 premiums. Wow. So there's somebody that watched what was happening as the markets went down and the premiums went up. Insane. Crazy, crazy. All right. And let's get what's happening. Now it's going up tomorrow. Okay, so Curtin Orr thinks it's going up tomorrow. Well, I would have doubted you about a half an hour ago. But right now, you might be right because silver price is up. It is up tonight. It's up 12 cents after being down about 50 some odd cents. It is now over $73 an ounce in the ask price. That's 25 cents higher than the bid price. That has been fairly consistent here for long enough, showing that there's still some volatility in the market, enough so that they've widened that spread. All right. Let's get back up here, see what we've got. Mystery Trail Show chimes in with this. I bought the dip this morning. Sick deal. I knew by noon it would go back up. All right. Wow. All right. Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Mystery Trail Show. You did well in timing those buys. Bowman Archer, scare tactics from JP Morgan will shoot back up because it's a vital metal. Yes, indeed. Well, it is a vital metal, and it is popping up a little bit here tonight. A little bit here. Thank you. And Keith believes we're going to see $209 silver by the end of the year. Okay, we'll see if that happens. I kind of doubt it, but hey, I don't completely rule it out if we see another hyperbolic bubble. I just kind of doubt we're going to see that. Science is easy, says. Did anybody notice gold and silver always go up and down together? This proves that these swings are due to pure speculation and have nothing to do with objective forces like industry demand. Well, industry demand does play somewhat of a role, but then they all play together because of how they're viewed in the futures market, and they really are tied together essentially based off of that. But there are other factors where they do trade in inverse. I've talked about it and showed it multiple times on this channel. So we have seen that happen from time to or enough times. All right, silver continuing to increase in price now. The only metal that is in the red is palladium, only down $1 at this point in time. Platinum up $1, gold up $7.30, silver up almost a quarter of a percentage point to 18 cents to the upside, $73.11. So there it is. So we're seeing a little bit of a turnaround here tonight, which may be calls into question the Friday SmackDown. Will we see it or won't we see it? I don't know. We'll find out in due course. All right, let's see here. All right. Wonder what Warren Buffett's doing. Yeah, I wonder too. Yeah, he's got to be, what, 98 now? Be crazy. Jeff Coney says here, down from 112, they made billions shorting it. The market makers, banks have these days before orders short and long have to be shown or settled. All right. 3 days, 3 days. So look at that. The short positions will be covered, it looks like. JW, everything is becoming more expensive except for items of true value like gold and silver. The world is backwards, upside down, inside and out, methinks. Yes. But still, given the perspective, it's up from the very beginning of this year. It sure is. All right. All right, folks. Well, hey, I think we're going to call it a night. It's after 8 now. Been on for a good clip. Silver up. It is now up 26 cents, so it's recovering. It was up over 50 cents earlier before it went down over 50 cents. It's a pretty wild ride so far in the Asian markets, but you guys are great. Please check out the video that Cybercurrent Twisher has posted at the top of the chat. Hope you will check that video out and share it with others. Very important news about Wyoming. And you guys are awesome. Appreciate you being here. We're going to be here tomorrow night again, too. So make sure you come by tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Appreciate you all. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.